to be live, you guys.
We are live. Here we are. Dive Bar Comedy. It's Tuesday night. I'm Wild Joe, and it's going to be a fun show tonight. We got a lot of great comics, funny people. We got Carol, who made us live, Carol Newell.
Yay! Woohoo!
Our technical host, the hostess with the mostest. We're lucky to have Carol because she's so busy. Doing shows every day.
7 a week.
Wow. Out there getting it done. So Carol, can you play our theme song by the late and great GT, and then we'll get into meeting all of our comics. So in the meantime, we can share to our friends on Facebook and let them know we are live.
Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
The jam.
Dive Bar Comedy. The bars in LA are opening back up on Monday after Easter, but only for outdoors. So you could do outdoor drinking and no live entertainment, it says. So that's like a specific rule for all the rest. There's no live. All right, Carol. Carol, can you tell the people about all your 7 shows? What's going on and what's the most exciting ones coming up?
Well, on Friday, I'm going to do my first out-of-town gig, you guys, in Las Vegas. It's a ladies' night, so we're going to have 13 ladies on the show. It's going to be fantastic. So if you're in Vegas or near Vegas, come see us. We'll be at a Pizza Melody in Las Vegas. Of course, you can get all the details from me at the World's Best Laugh. And then Saturday, we're doing an all-ladies show at Pan Pacific Park, you guys. So that's going to be delightful. And then April 17th is our next carpool comedy. It's going to be off the chain, you guys. So come out for that. You can sit in your car and listen to it over your car radio. And it's a lot of fun, you guys. So that's what's happening with me.
Cool. And you can find Carol at the World's Best Laugh on Instagram. And she's always posting about shows and on Facebook. All right, let's go around and meet our comics. We've got Christopher R. Porter. You look very comfortable there in that bar. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I wish I had all the liquor in there at that bar, but I don't.
You got a coffee cup. You're drinking coffee?
I'm drinking water, actually.
Oh, water from a coffee mug. All right. So you've been on our show before, but for those who don't remember, can you give us a little background, like where you're from and how you got into comedy?
I'm from all over the place, from Southern California, Northern California. I went to high school in Lake Tahoe. That's kind of home, Lake Tahoe. And I got started in comedy in Florida, of all places, many moons ago in Florida.
Thank God you stayed.
In Clearwater, Florida, actually. And through a class there, and the rest is history.
Cool. Well, that sounds like it was a long time ago because you've had many moves since then.
Yes. It's back in the 1800s.
So you've been doing now a lot of Zoom shows, or have you gotten out to any of the outdoor shows?
I just got my vaccination today, so
Wow.
yeah. So I'm ready to get out there in a couple weeks after I get my second shot. So yeah.
Okay.
Being kind of.
You had any side effects?
No, I don't think so.
Uh-oh. Like, I always look like this.
No, I'm fine. I feel perfect. I feel great. It's like a flu
Well, I'm
shot.
shocked how many people canceled this show because they say, "Oh, I just got my shot today and I feel
that's
miserable and I
bullshit.
can't do the show."
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So,
Well, I
I
don't
know.
know. That's just everybody's different, but for me, I didn't feel anything. So
good.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. Happy to have you on.
thank you.
Awesome. All right. Who else we got? Anastasia Washington.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Good to see you. You've been on our, we tried doing like a talk hangout on Clubhouse and you joined us for that. That was fun. Just hanging out
fun.
and shooting the shit. But
Yeah.
Mista See has new ideas. He
Ooh.
wants to have a theme. He wants to have topics and a theme for our
Ooh.
show on
That sounds fun.
Clubhouse. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So
I like a good topic.
yeah.
Sorry. if you
I
can-
like just bullshitting and just talking about a lot of nothing, but it's hard to know what the topic is beforehand. Afterwards,
Well, we had help,
Yeah.
remember, from that Canadian whack job that came through and whatnot. But he talked about how we could get through depression, and how comedians get through depression to work with their comedy and not shoot up a school. So when you
You know
make
what?
the title next week, put that whole in there. Actually put that in the title. So this
Yeah.
week we're talking about depression and comedy and how to get over it.
I mean, and I think like
Because when
we
people
all
look
have
at the
things
name,
to
they want
talk
to see
about.
that shit.
We all have things to talk about in terms of, our like meta, like our feelings about comedy and how we work, writing jokes and things like that. But
Yeah.
that's something that only other comics would be interested in really listening to, versus
Right.
if we're just being funny and goofing off, then anybody could just enjoy that, so it depends what the show.
And
Well,
then
actually,
instant
no,
Clubhouse
for.
stardom.
I'm gonna tell you why. Clubhouse is a network. It's underground. I had to send you a link. The average fucking loser can't even get on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Okay?
So,
So it's nothing but comedians and actors
buy
and
comics.
actresses and talent. You get what I'm saying? So you need to put
buy
your shit
comics,
to talent.
for
They don't want to hear us
comics.
be funny. They want to learn some
Mista
shit.
See is gonna take over the show. And
Goddamn right I am! Ah!
I'm giving it to him because I'm busy on Tuesday nights. I have this show I'm running. And I'm like, hey, you know what? If you
You're a
want to
busy
run
lady.
Mondays on Clubhouse, you should do it. And you have to be popular. Clubhouse is like, everything's a popularity contest, but Clubhouse is really a popularity contest. And they say, how do you start a club? Push the plus sign next to your clubs. I push the plus sign. It says, you're not cool enough to start a club. You need to be more active and have more friends. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe Mista See is cool enough to start a club. They won't let
I
me.
have
Yeah.
147 friends on Clubhouse.
Wow.
Well, I have like 46 friends. I mean, and actually, I'm
Oh, well,
following.
now we know why you're a loser.
I know. I'm following like almost 200 people who I know all of them, but I guess my real friends are not following me back. So,
They
well.
suck.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm done.
We
I'm
hate
out.
them. Give me their names. I'm just kidding. I don't want their names.
We'll troll
But no,
them.
Clubhouse is fun. Like it's something kind of fun to listen to, especially when you're doing other things. I feel like I've been getting into wig sewing. So I have these wigs that I've bought, but I've also been watching YouTube tutorials and learning how to sew my own wigs. And that's like a very tedious task. So it's nice to have something playing.
listen
Wow,
to.
you're like a black girl now.
You know what, Mista See? It's funny. I'm watching all the YouTube tutorials. They're all black girls, like every single one of them.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they've got like the long square nails, like bright red, and tattoos on their wrists. And I don't know. I
The
mean,
girls
but
are like this, like.
they know a lot about what they're doing, though. I mean, it's like they're
Well,
pros.
you know,
at
20
this.
years of practice from the age of 3 will get you there.
Yes.
They've cornered the market. I mean, they go on YouTube and look up wig making or make your own wig, and it's like black girls, all black girls. But
You need to get your nails done now.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing the
Get your
nails.
nails on that.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
can see their
missing the nails.
long nails clacking as they run through the sewing machine. But I mean, they get really technical, and that stuff is not easy.
No,
It's-
it's
I haven't
not
actually
something I
gotten to
wanna
their
do.
level yet at all. But it's fun, you know. It's something
I
to do.
have
It's not
them
like
for
knitting.
1 year and a half. I love them.
Aw.
I love wigs. I just don't want to make them. Like I would just rather, like I'm
Well,
like
yeah,
Dolly
I've
Parton.
been buying different ones, but the thing is, I saved my real hair. So my real hair, first I have to learn how to do wefting. So I don't want to practice on my real hair. I want to practice on like just cheap hair that I have. So first I have to learn how to weft it, and then I have to sew it into the wig. So, that's why I'm learning to do it myself, just practicing. And I'm practicing a lot on cheap
We
hair.
should do like a comedy show, all wearing wigs. I wore a wig first time. Do you remember?
Yes. And you know what? You've worn a couple wigs on our show,
Different
Carolina.
wigs, true.
But this looks like it's your real hair, and I love it.
This is, yes, it's growing. This is my hair.
Yeah, it's longer than your wig. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing. Anastasia, what have you been doing? Anything exciting?
Well, I did WonderCon at home. So that was cool. I did a panel about cryptids and paranormal and aliens for WonderCon. Yeah.
I heard you were going to be interviewing some authors, or
I am. I'm going to be I almost said narrating, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was interviewing and hosting like a book talk back at a book conference. It's all riveting things, from aliens and ghosts and cryptids to authors.
All right. So it's like a paranormal. This is like a paranormal kind of author.
No, two separate
What
things.
is this?
Okay, so
Why do you know about
WonderCon, I did a whole I do a podcast called Haunts and Hops, which we drink beer and then we talk about ghosts or cryptids or aliens. Like Christopher, your hometown of Lake Tahoe has Tessie. They have the famous cryptid there. So
what is a cryptid? I've never heard this word before.
Bigfoot, a Loch Ness monster, all that. They have a little tiny Loch Ness monster in Lake Tahoe.
Named Tessie.
Oh, so cute, right? Don't you want to pet it? I heard it eats people, but I want to pet it a little bit.
Well, that's interesting. See, that's something different. We're learning new things.
Yeah, like my dog barking in the background. It's great.
That's our new audience. We got new hecklers, new audience.
He is a heckler.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, Anastasia. Let's get to Carolina. Carolina, we started talking to you a little bit. I heard you just came back from a trip. You went back to your home.
Yeah, I was in Argentina. I spent 1 month in the mountain in Patagonia because I didn't feel being on the city, and other months on the city with my family. But the thing is, like, I wasn't able to go for 2 years because I was waiting my green card. So the moment I got it was in December, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Argentina for 2 months. And it wasn't enough, but I have fun. I enjoy being there.
So what's in the mountains? Patagonia?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, lakes with cold water, and just but it's summertime, so I was just hanging out with friends and eating, drinking. I wasn't doing much, to be honest.
That sounds relaxing. And now you're back in LA. You're back on the grind. What are you doing
I'm
now?
back here. I'm doing a lot of auditions. I'm producing my own comedy show that I think I want to do it live. All of you guys, comedians, are welcome to be on the show. I'm still on pre-production, but if you guys want to be on it, will be a pleasure. So I think I'm gonna do some illegal, I guess, hopefully, comedy show.
Oh, like in real life?
A private event is not.
Yeah.
Where?
I think it's gonna be like in West Hollywood. The first one I have one location in WeHo, another one in downtown. Friends' houses on the backyard, open air. Yeah, like not many guests, but yes, I'm planning to do that. I have already a few comedians. I'm missing some girls. I can take more guys always, but
I can be a girl.
All right.
perfect. Everybody's wearing wigs.
It's the
And
thing.
anyone can pick their own gender for the show.
Oh, well, maybe I'll change
Just
mine
kidding.
from show to show. We'll see.
Exactly, like a whole new show.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm sure some of us, everybody's getting vaccinated. Then there's those of us who already had COVID. So people will be getting back out there soon.
Yeah, I
If
got
they're
my
not
first
already
shot
out there.
already. I feel like it's over. For me, I think
Yeah.
it's over.
I mean, honestly, judging by the traffic in LA, it was pretty much over after a couple weeks in last
agree.
year. Yeah, I'm like, they
traffic
say
was
everybody's
shit
supposed to
last
be
night.
home, but it sure doesn't look like it. You go outside and everybody's just milling around anywhere they can. The bank, the grocery store, wherever they can go, they're there. So
Yeah, this over. Today was on the grow, and the people was making line on the stores, and everybody was like kind of on top of each other. It feels like it's over.
yeah, almost. Except everybody's wearing a mask, which is kind of creepy. I mean,
Yeah.
it
It
is
is.
useful, but it's creepy. I don't like it. I don't like. I'm not an anti-masker, but I don't wear a mask like going from my house to my car, or like even if I
Me neither.
take the kids on a walk around the block, I bring the mask in case I happen to pass by somebody. But most people cross the street or they walk. They just keep your 6 feet, your 10 feet, or 20 feet away from me, and you know, stay away.
Exactly.
You need a mask for groups.
That's good.
I don't know. But yeah, now I don't feel rude crossing the street when I see somebody coming toward me. Like I always had that feeling of wanting to stay away from people, but now it's socially acceptable. So
Well, as a black guy, I feel that.
yeah, you see me. Yeah, if somebody sees you coming,
If
they
you
cross
like-
the street. You can't take
kinda
it
big.
personally anymore. You know, you're like, oh, it's because I'm black.
Oh no! Oh, so just racism gets away with it, huh?
I will jump to
I
hug
wanna
you,
It's not just
Mr.
black guys, it's like
See.
anyone, especially if anyone has a dog, even if it's a tiny dog, I don't want to even pass that dog on the street. I want to cross to the other side, but it's rude. So
Oh, so now black men are like tiny dogs.
uh-oh. Mr. C is making me put my foot in my mouth.
I've been drinking.
It's
I'm like
all
Beyonce. I've been drinking. So, that's all it is.
Well, you can't take
My
it personally.
clothes might
I got
come
out
off,
of my
you know.
car today with the 2 babies to come from daycare, and some guy passed me on the street, and he said, "Watch out! There's a psycho at the corner. There's a psycho on the corner." Oh God, the babies are here. There's a psycho on the corner. I said, "There's a what? There's a fight on the corner? No, there's a psycho on the corner." I was like, "Oh God!" I just went inside as quickly as possible. Oh God, this is like. Mama. Okay. All right, Carolina, welcome to the show. Let's see.
Thank
Renee,
you.
good to see you. All right, Renee Percy,
Hi.
welcome on.
Hey. I can't believe your kids are up. I feel like it's past my bedtime, and they
Oh my God, they never sleep. They never sleep. These kids, I'm trying to train them. Now they wake up at 7:30 in the morning, which is a normal time to wake up, kind of early, and they still don't sleep. They're up so late. So I'm just trying to train them so other people can come babysit, because I have people coming over to my house to try to help me with the kids, but they can't stay up as late as them. So I'm the one that's up like half the night just trying to make them sleep. It's like impossible. But, oh God.
They're ready to party. They are like,
Yeah.
they're ready.
Oh God, he brought me a gift. This is an excavator. Anyway, he knows more about construction vehicles, and he knows like what a backhoe is and a skid steer and all these things that I don't even know. But like,
Well, I mean, he is an
doesn't know,
Armenian
like,
man,
names
right?
of basic things like foods or anything else. Like this is like all he knows. He wakes up, just first words out of his mouth are like car, white car, blue car, fire truck. I mean, that's all he talks about, which is funny.
Wait till he's 16.
You know what? He has a car already, like a remote controlled car that he can ride in. It's upstairs. And there's like a setting where he can drive it himself, and it got switched on, and he's just driving that thing, just crashing into furniture and doors, and it's like, it's scary. It's really scary. So anyway, he's almost 2, and he's already driving. So got a long road ahead of us. Anyway, Renee, you've been on our show before, I think, right?
No, I think
I tried to book you. I tried to book you.
I canceled because of the vaccine. That was me.
Oh, that was you. Pussy. No. Must have been intense. So you had 2 shots, or?
I got both of them, yeah, but I had like a bad fever. I was out just for 1 day, but yeah,
Okay.
I was not good.
Oh, well, yeah, at least you're all vaccinated. You can go outside now.
Right, now I can make out with everyone. It's gonna be fun.
Woo! All right. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you imagine
herpes
everybody
still
has to wear a
exists,
mask,
though. So just
you're thinking like the eyes wide shut kind of mask, like a sexy mask, you know, like this is not the kind of mask you want everybody wearing.
Wait,
Like
yeah, I'm down with the eyes wide shut. I don't care.
yeah, right? That'd be more fun. Like, oh, you know, it's the year 2020. Everybody's wearing a mask. Like, you imagine like a masquerade, like
Yeah,
something kinky or
like
you
a
know.
Phantom of the Opera mask. If you just like
Yeah.
the face, we could mix it up. That would be fun.
Yeah. So it's the wrong half of the face. So anyway. All right, Renee. Well, welcome to the show. And we were on a show together recently. I think Gary Robinson's show or
Yes.
Pajamas.
Oh,
We were on Gary Robinson's show.
yes, that's where I met you. And then yes, we did a show where we were in our pajamas, which was
Plus,
lovely.
we've been on a couple of shows. So that's why I've seen you around on Zoom. So cool.
I live here.
So what kind of stuff you've been working on lately?
What have I been working on? Getting
Yeah.
courage to leave the house. I've been working on that. I've got a show on Friday night. It's a live show. I do a live show most Fridays at an amphitheater in Silver Lake, and I'm hosting for Bill Burr this Friday, which is going to be
Awesome. Oh, I think I heard about this show. This is it's not at a church, is it?
It's
Yes,
like
I've heard about it. Eliza Schlesinger was on there
yes,
recently. Yeah.
yeah,
Shindig show.
the Shindig show.
Yeah, because I saw you there a few weeks back, and it was a great show. Liza killed it. Everybody did. So did you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was
Oh,
fun.
cool.
Yeah. So just doing that and starting to book out of town stuff, starting to book some live stuff, which is exciting. I'm happy to be getting off the Zoom. So yeah, it feels positive. Everybody's getting vaccinated. Things are opening. I'm feeling like positive about the future.
So you're not over 65. Did you have to say something special in order to get your vaccine so early on?
Didn't. And like everybody I know has it now. I mean, you just kind of go. I don't know. You just
Okay.
show up. It's very, take an
Okay.
old person in the face, take their appointment. It's super easy. It's very easy.
Just knock them out of the way. Yeah.
They're very frail. They don't fight back. It's easy. It's super easy. I don't know. I feel like whose life's more valuable? You know what I mean? I'm kidding. Have you seen my comedy? Come on, you guys. I don't know. I just got the appointment through a work thing, and I teach, and I also I do a bunch of stuff. So I got the appointment, but everybody I know just shows up, and nobody asks anything. They're just like, get in. They just want everyone to get it. So the more people that have it, the better for everybody.
Well, I also read that it's all opening up to everyone in California, like
April
April
15th.
30th, April 15th.
April 15. April 15, California. Anyone over 16 can get it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how long this lasts, because it might be like the flu shot where everybody has to get another one next year. So
You get 2, don't you?
There's 2
Two?
different ones. There's 2 different ones that are 2 shots, and there is a one that is a 1 shot.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll wait till you guys are finished.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna wait till you're finished. No, I'm actually like Clubhouse. I actually got a link from somebody I work with at Legal Zoom to send me a link 2 weeks ago. Like, yeah, you can go put this link. You can go get the shit today. I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's real cool. But you know what? I'm gonna just wait till everybody else takes it. Then that way nobody else has COVID. And then I'm fine because the vaccine, all vaccines, they give you a little bit of the disease with a counteractive to it. So that's why everybody feels bad for a day or two afterwards. What I say, actually give you COVID to keep you from getting COVID. That's why you take a flu shot. Most people end up with fucking flu because they kind of give it to you already.
But it's like a neutralized version.
Yeah,
well,
and one of the vaccines actually doesn't give you the disease, but it tricks your body into thinking it's getting the disease.
Yeah, okay, 9/11. I believe Osama bin Laden had something to do with it too. All right.
Which one does that?
Anyway, don't take medical advice from comics.
No
unless
way.
They're doctor comics.
It's an RNA designed
insane
vaccine.
All right, Renee. Well, welcome to the show, and that's exciting. You're vaccinated, you feel safe, and you can get out there and do live shows all over the country.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. Now we've got Loren Ackerman.
Hello.
Hi, Loren. You've been doing our
Clubhouse, yeah.
talks. That was fun.
It was fun. I like it because you don't have to care what you look like. You could just sit back and chill, be yourself, and just talk. I think it's been fun. You should still come back and do it with this.
I will. I just don't want to be in charge anymore because, Mista See, he's the cool one, you know.
I got a plan.
Do it.
And I'll be there.
Yeah, I mean, you should see what I look like on Mondays versus Tuesdays. It's very different, you know. So, yeah.
Make it sound like you're missing a leg on Mondays.
We've been keeping busy here with comedy. Things are opening up here in Illinois, but I've been kind of just relaxing, still doing the online. And, I can't even get a vaccine. They hung up on me. I'm not kidding. I was on 45 minutes and I wasn't 70 something. I wasn't an essential worker. And I said, can I be put on a list? And they just hung up on me. So I'm going to be with you, Mr. See. I'm going to wait until I can get my shot later after everybody else.
Yeah. My doctor, I'm allowed to get it, but I want to wait too. Because first of all, I already had COVID, which I looked it up, and your chances of getting it again are like 0.5%. So it's just as effective or probably more effective than the vaccine. And then I'm doing chemo right now where I'm immunocompromised, and I don't want to screw with anything. And the less I have to take, the better, you know?
Yeah. Well,
so we're just doing outdoor shows here for now, keeping the distance and all that stuff. But I'm glad to see everything up for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be back out there.
I'm in Illinois, central Illinois. There's a lot of places. I'm in the middle of like Chicago, St. Louis. I'm kind of like in the middle of everywhere that's close by.
Okay.
Would you say Illinois was a careful state, like California was supposedly more careful, or there's like Florida where they're just buck wild, do whatever you want?
I can't account for Chicago, but everywhere in Illinois where I've been, hardly anybody wore a mask from day one. Hardly any. They can go in, they've been able to go into grocery stores, go anywhere, and most people let them go in without the mask. But see, my mom had cancer. She's in remission now. So I've been very cautious wearing the mask because I don't want to get something and give it to her, just like a flu or a cold or anything. When her immune's down, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I was super careful too until I didn't want to give it to my mother-in-law who I live with because she's older and has diabetes, but she gave it to me. So
sharing is caring. No?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would be mad at her, but she's the one that she ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks, and it was a kind of touch and go. So, can't be mad at somebody that ended up hospitalized, but yeah, we all had it. Everybody had it, and it spread from one person to the next. Like, she got infected by her daughter, and then she came home the next day and threw like a gathering of old ladies where everybody was over 65. They were making like little candies out of the Halloween pumpkins. This was in November. And then those old ladies went home and babysat their grandchildren, who then brought it back to their parents. So there was like this huge circle of people that all got it. And everybody had different symptoms. Some people were coughing, some people just had runny nose, some had headaches. And it was just totally like a different disease for each person almost.
Right.
So you don't know what you're going to get. But and the same with the vaccines. Some people don't even feel anything, and then others are sick, like as if they had COVID. So.
Well, stuff spreads. You know, as a parent, I don't know what your oldest kid age is, but my daughter was never sick until she started going to school, you know, when she was in kindergarten and so forth. And then she'd get sick at home. You know, kids pass stuff. It's just, I think things are getting better as long as everybody does what they're supposed to. We're all going to be back in the swing of things. I have no doubt.
Yeah, I just put my babies in daycare, which I never had before. And so that started because I thought, oh, I need a break from them while I'm doing chemo. And then the very first week, which was also the first week I did chemo, the teacher said school is canceled because she had COVID. So, and there's only 10 kids in this class. So they went back the second week, and they've pretty much had a runny nose ever since then. It's been a couple months. It just comes and goes. They're getting fevers here and there. I have a runny nose all the time. My sister's been staying with me. She started getting like a severe cold. Like, we don't think it's COVID because we all already had COVID, but everybody's nose has been running for like 2-3 months straight as soon as they started that daycare. So I don't know, you know, I don't know whether it's worth it or not, but they say kids need to get sick to build their immune system. So that's what we're doing, I guess. I mean, they lick stuff. They lick the floor. I mean, they do disgusting things. They took the electric toothbrush, turned it on, and then were cleaning the stroller wheels that had just come from outside, and it's all black, brown. And then they want to brush their teeth with it. I'm like, oh, this is disgusting.
That's why you have to scare them. That's what my father did to me. Like, I didn't pick my nose because he told me there was a little gnome up there that lived there and would bite off my finger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I, you know, still don't pick my nose. So there you go.
Very interesting.
Scare them.
Aw.
He's a great father.
I mean, I don't care if you pick their nose. I'm trying to get them not to eat it. You know?
Right.
Just don't eat it. But my sister said, "Oh, it's fine if you eat it.
It's like
don't eat it in front of people." So I don't know. Anyway, all right, Loren. Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming here from Illinois. And yeah, all right, Mista See. I guess do you have any announcements? Anything?
Well, yeah, you know, Mista See Enforcer. So the most recent thing we're doing is on this Thursday. Actually, anybody that's in Miami that's listening to this, we're going to be in Miami from the 1st to the 5th. We recorded a video for our artist KK, Skid Bags fam. So the whole squad going to be down there. Skid Bags out on retreat. So if anybody trying to get pregnant, come to Miami the 1st to the 5th. So we're going to worry about that. So I guess it's time to get the show on the horse, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So good. We had a great opening. And now we actually, like the Dive Bar Comedy Show, it always teaches you some good stuff. One thing we learned is that children are dirty and they pass disease very strongly. And also, elderly people are also just older children who are dirty who pass disease also. One lady so sneaky with it, she had an actual chickenpox COVID party. You know, y'all thought she didn't know she had it. Yeah, she knew she had it. She's like, I'm about to bite everybody's ass over here. I'm about to knock this shit out in a week. I'm sick of worrying about this bullshit. So women are brilliant like that, guys. You better watch yourself. So round of applause for women because it was just recently Women's Month.
Yeah.
And Kanabi. All right, so it's time to get the show on the road. It's the Dive Bar Comedy Show. It's Mista See, the Enforcer, aka Poppy, call the bad boy. And we're gonna get it on. We're gonna jump right into our comedians. And also we got one lady, she's coming up early, so we're gonna get it started. Are you guys ready to start the Dive Bar Comedy Show? Can I get a yeah?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So this first lady coming to the stage is actually a family favorite of the Dive Bar Comedy Show and also a personal favorite of the Skid Bags family. Known her for years, super talented, is growing from the bottom to the top. She got more followers than her followers got followers. And she also got beauty, skill, and just came back from across the land doing kind of grimy things. I think she was moving weight because she's really kind of a gangster. But that's just me. So are you guys ready? Can I get a clap for the love of our life? Miss Carolina, mi amor, Levi.
Thank you so much, Carl. I love you. I think we're gonna get married at the end of this whole thing, Carl. I'm not crossing the street when I see you. I'm jumping on you, okay? So as you notice, I have a thick accent. And the other day I say, Siri, navigate to Jamba Juice. And I ended up on a bar mitzvah. I have to say it was fun, but I didn't get my fucking juice, you know? So I want to say something. I'm so tired of Instagram. Like, wow. I see all these Instagram models, you know, making so much money with Instagram with no talent, you know, like, yes, 1,000 followers. Yeah, like, please, like, can you get me the right angle? Yeah, boom. There you go. 1,000 followers, you know? It's like, woohoo. Like, so I'm asking to myself, right? What do I'm doing wrong, right? Because I'm not making money and I have no talent either. So I think it's so much easier to be a woman, and more if you're smart, if you're beautiful, and if you live in LA and you are a whore, save for life. I wish I can be a whore, but I don't like to charge, you know. I had a boyfriend, a Jewish American boy. Woo! Yeah. And we lived together for almost 3 years. So I thought was about time. So I did it. I proposed him, right? Girl power. And you know what he say? Yeah, he say no. He say like, I wanted to marry him because I wanted a green card. I mean, we lived together for 3 years. Of course I wanted to marry him for the fucking green card. But now that I'm single, woo! Yeah. So I'm gonna look for a husband, a wife, a dog. I take anything at this point, you know. But I want to get one of these little shitty Mexican dogs, you know, the Chihuahua. I love them. I'm gonna dress him up. I'm gonna take him to auditions. I'm gonna make him an Instagram account. I'm gonna call him El Compadrito. And if I don't make it, at least my dog may make it, you know. I have like double chance. They say we are in LA, that anything can happen. So, you know, I'm gonna try that. In the meantime, I'm doing stand-up, you know. It's cheaper than therapy. So, what else I can say? So the other day I was talking to my girlfriend, you know, like about guys, of course. And she was telling me how important is for her, how do the guys look, right? And she was telling me she liked like the guys like a small nose because she was worried in the future when she has kids with the guy, la, 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 la. And I was like, wow, so interesting. Because for me, what is important, if he treats me nice, and he doesn't hit me on the face and doesn't fuck my best friend, it's a keeper. Recently, I became vegetarian, which I'm very happy about it. But the other day, I went to the doctor and he told me that I'm anemic and I have to eat meat 1 time a week. So can you imagine? I have to ask him, doctor, does dick count? Right? So worried. I'm from Argentina and everything is so different. You have no idea. The first time I got here, everyone was so nice, so friendly. And I was like, I'm on the Truman Show. Like people was like so smiling and nice and full of nice energy. In Argentina, people is like, I don't know. For example, I was in the valley, right? When I got here, and this girl came up to me and she's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I love your dress. When did you get it? And I was like, fuck. In Argentina, if a girl like your dress, she's gonna be like, ay, mira esa zorra, puta, conchuda, sucia, date la concha de tu madre, forra. So that's how people is in Argentina. I think I'm running out of time. So other difference is how people dress, right? In Argentina, people is so much more conservative. But here, people is so chill, you know? They wear like shorts, flip-flops, sweatpants. But I mean, right? A guy in shorts and flip-flops. What the fuck? Dude, you don't have family, friends, nobody love you to tell you that's wrong. Nobody's gonna want to fuck you ever. Short and flip-flops. It's disgusting. But now, Crocs with socks, love them. I don't know if I have more time.
No.
No. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, another round of applause to Carolina Levi. Hey, mi corazón. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Learning the game. And yeah, now I'm gonna tell you in Cali, I done met a few of those hippie type of girls that don't shave their underarms and don't like deodorant. They'll fuck the shit out of that guy in the flip-flops.
I know, yeah, but I'm telling you, not
hey,
me.
I got mine on right
not
now.
Somebody
right
like.
now.
I mean, no, but that's I like that. But I mean, listen, if you have hairs here, I mean, you fuck anything at that point.
This is true. This is true. It's true. Now I'm old.
I mean,
school.
it's like if you have hair here, you don't care how he dressed. I care how
I don't like the hair here. I want no hair here, but I do. I'm old school, so I'm a muff guy. So hashtag bring back the muff. I think it's important. And when because it's like a buffer. Like sometimes I'm tired. I
don't like any hair on the guys. Like no hair at all. Like zero. Like even the legs shaved. And you know what's the most funny thing? The guy I'm fucking is full of hair, but I don't like hair. It's like that. You know, he's like a monkey, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong in life? He took a shower the other day in my house.
Don't you guys have a beef with somebody like Brazil or something?
The what?
Don't you have a beef with another country like Brazil because you're from Argentina or something?
Maybe, yeah.
It's just like the laugh factor in the Comedy Store. So another round of applause to Carolina Levi.
Love you, Carol.
I love you back,
baby. Thank you so much, guys.
That's all right. Yeah. Thank you for coming out and showing us love.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be on this show. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Bye, humbug. Yeah. Thank you for coming out again. So
thank you.
We're gonna jump into our next comedian because we got to keep it rolling and whatnot. So we got another wonderful lady coming to the stage who's got a whole lot of outer and inner lips here tonight, not a lot of phalluses, as they call it. I think that's it. You know, like cunnilingus and whatever the words is. I don't know. I've been drinking. Anyway, so we're gonna get on to our next comedian. Now, this next comedian, I love her name because it makes me feel like it's a Disney movie that was done in the hood. I'm talking about Snow White got down with somebody that Carol dates every weekend. And that's how you got this woman right here. Her first name is beautiful, it's aesthetic, and her last name means she's got a gun in her back pocket. You better get down because she's about to rock it like a finger in the socket, got you shaking like you want to shock and pop it. So let's get it down. Are you guys ready for this next comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Let me get a clap, 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 clap. AW, like AW root beer. She sizzles. Anastasia Washington.
Oh my, thank you. Yes. You're North Hollywood princess, yo. Oh my God. Yeah, my parents were very much into representing both my cultures. I'm not Russian. I'm just, white and black, but I think they just wanted to fancy poor white trash, but it's fine. It's great. We're here, everyone. We're here. So I have been obsessed with Gwyneth Paltrow's Vagina candle, that sold out multiple times. It smells like, her vagina, and it's sold out, and it's $75. She keeps coming out with more, and I can't get enough of the news. So here is your update on Gwyneth Paltrow's Vagina candle. Okay, so in the UK, one of the candles actually exploded, right? So they reported on this, which somebody didn't like my candle joke. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. It's cool. So it exploded in somebody's house, and that means a couple of things. One, that person has to be exposed as the kind of person that bought a $75 candle that smells like somebody's vagina, like basically like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And two, we finally know what happens when candles get excited. Nice. Yeah. But she's come out with new ones. Gwyneth Paltrow is like unstoppable with the candles. She's like, listen, Kim Kardashian, you're gonna be single now. I'm gonna send you a candle that smells like your orgasm. Yeah, so she sent Kim Kardashian a candle that smells like her orgasm. I don't know how she knows that, and you can just imagine if you want to, but I decided I'm getting into candles. I'm going to make up new scents like, okay, this is what I'm trying out. The Rock's protein shake farts. No, okay, nobody is into it. Okay, I'm also going to turn your favorite celebrity couples into scents in my It Smells Like Sex in Here series. No? Okay. Well, so I've been high a lot lately. And so I've been thinking these really deep thoughts. Like sometimes I wonder if I'll ever be over Milli Vanilli, because, girl, it wasn't true. Oh. It's just really sad. I also have been thinking, like, what do you say when someone coughs, right? Because you say bless you when somebody sneezes. And one of the things is like, okay, so I automatically, because I'm trying to be a kind person, when somebody coughs, I'm like, bless you. And then they're like, I coughed. I didn't sneeze. And so like my first response is then fuck you then, right? Like fuck your health. But like I think there might be something else there. I'm trying it out, but right now it's just fuck you, I guess. My new normal is now to scream and cry into my cat's face. Why don't you love me more? So I'm single. But I have been thinking a lot about traveling. And I've been looking at different places to travel to, and I've decided Australia is out for me. And this is why. Australia is like one of the most deadly places on earth. And recently they had sea foam invading the country filled with venomous snakes. Yeah, they lost people in it. People got like lost in it and died, right? And I think that's why all the hot Australian men like move here and become actors, because they're like, I got to get out of there, right? And so hot Australians, listen, come to America. In other news, I renamed my bed America. I always think when I go hiking, I'm always like, is today the day that I find a dead body? Yeah. And I watch a lot of true crime, and I was thinking like the people in the true crime are always like, you never would think it would happen here. And that's where you're wrong, creepy narrator, because I think murder is always going to happen everywhere. I do think there is a point in every white man's life where he becomes the profile of every serial killer and must choose a path, right? How old is he? How old is Greg? Like, how old are you turning, Greg? Serial killer age, But that describes a lot of my Comic-Con buddies. And I'm getting really worried about my D&D group. So I'm just, yeah. Why do people hire hitmen? Like, first of all, hitmen always turn on you. You always get caught. And here's the real reason I would never hire a hitman. If somebody gets you so angry that you want to kill them, why would you pay someone to bring that, like, you know, to take away that joy, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd be bad in a cult, you know. First of all, like, I feel like their fashion is very oppressive, you know, and they're always like, oh, we're gonna make our own food, you have to garden and grow it, and I'm like on that like Annie's mac and cheese kind of life, you know. Like, I gotta get my organic mac and cheese on, so like I don't think they can do that. And also they do this thing where they're like, listen, if you ever, they take a picture of you, like a nude picture or something, and they go like, listen, if you ever leave, we're gonna show this picture to everybody in the world. And I'd be like, bitch, show it then. There's a million pictures of me naked. Who cares? Show it.
Me too.
But then I would also be like, can we do a reshoot? I don't know what the lighting was like. I don't know. Like, can I curate this myself? And that is, yeah, that's one of the reasons I wouldn't join a cult, you guys. A nude picture. Thank you guys for your time, and thanks for having me on your show.
Yay!
Yeah, that's right. Anastasia Washington. That's what I'm talking about. The Black Russian, a little bit of milk and Kahlua. That's what I'm talking about. And I love it because the Dive Bar Comedy Show, we bring groups together because it's an American show, just like Her Bed, and we want to bring everybody into it. And
right,
my
bring them
homie,
all in.
one of my best friends, the best editor in Hollywood, Skidbacks editor, his name is Neil Chisholm, and he actually has a daughter with a Siberian lady. And then his daughter is also a Black Russian, and she's extremely dangerous. So I think you're a great situation. And that's the beauty of America. That's right. That's right. Because, you know, when I was a kid, I used to play the sports games, and I used to watch Olympics, right? And there'd be like 7 Black guys in the race, right? And there'd be the one white dude. You know who the one white guy always was? A goddamn Russian. And I'm like, how the fuck? And then he would always come in 3rd or 4th. You know, they'd be like, he beat all the Black guys. He whooped the shit out of the African guys in the sprint. It'd just be the Americans, the Jamaicans, and the French motherfuckers. They'd always be, and the Russians would always kick ass. So round of applause for Russians, women, and the unity of people, because we're all going to look like Colin Kaepernick in 200 years.
Swirl it out, people. Swirl it out. More me in the world.
That's right. Swirl it out. Swirl it out. That's how we kill racism. It's a beautiful thing and whatnot. And that's what I'm talking about. I like it. Her Washington came out. She said somebody said some shit to her, and she was like, "Oh, fuck you." I'm like, "Yep, that's the Washington side. That's the Washington side." Just like my friend Neil. You don't know my friend. That's the Washington side. So we got another comedian come to the stage. Ooh, now this time, even though we love inner and outer lips, just like every wonderful person does, you know, Carol, she's a switch hitter. She knows all about it. And these things are really great. So you guys need to go on down. So we're going to have our next comedian come to the stage. And this gentleman, I love his name because I'm 6'4". When I was young, I had a good crossover and I would dunk on people. I was like Dwayne Wade with a good jump shot. Beautiful thing. Kind of like that guy in Utah, whatever that punk ass kid's name. I don't like the kid's name. It's a fuck his name. But the point is, let's get it on down. And this next comedian, his name is real smooth because I was a fan of a guy named Terry Porter with the Portland Trail Blazers. Bald-headed, shot real good, dribbled real nice. And this guy right here is obviously his love child. And the beautiful thing about the Dive Bar show, Baby girl told us already, some people are school shooter age, and this guy is school shooter age, so you know his set is about to be pure fire. Are you guys ready to get shot by comedy from the great comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right, that's right, that's right. So give me a clap, 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 clap for the CRP. Pop, 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 Christopher R. Porter.
Wow, that's quite an intro. Yes, I am a light-skinned Black man. It is nice to be here. I drove here. I live in Santa Monica. I drove here from Orange County, and I kept getting behind all these cars with these irritating bumper stickers like my daughter's on the dean's list at Taft High, or my son's a 4.0 at Madison. What does our kids mean nothing to us now unless they're achieving something? How about other children? How about their accolades? How about my daughter's a slut at Kennedy? My son sells weed at Carver. My hermaphrodites on the football team at Hoover. Let's see here. It's nice to be in this show, but I really can't wait to get into real life. It's jonesing so bad that I've been telling jokes from my balcony to my neighbors across the street. Well, one guy told me to move out of my apartment and let someone else perform. Yeah. Another guy said, "Who books that gig?" I said, "I do." Next week he's coming for 5 minutes, but he's bringing 8 people. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I've been getting into the whole virtual thing. I for the first time in my life last week I had virtual sex. Yeah. Yeah. Then I find out a few days later she has a virtual husband. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Now we're planning a virtual murder. Virtual murder. Yeah. I am let's see. I'm broke. Anybody broke?
woo!
Rich comedians? Yeah.
Oh, I'm broke as a joke.
I am so broke that today I went to the 99-cent store and I asked them when their next big sale would be. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so broke that I had to change my phone plan. I have unlimited texting, but I'm only allowed to use vowels. Yeah. And sometimes why? When I'm not doing this, I drive for Uber. It's my side hustle. Yeah. Ubering's tough because you'll be driving for like 15 hours straight. 15 hours straight. And then you'll get out of your car. And even an hour after you've gotten out of your car, you'll still feel like a loser. Sometimes into the night. Yeah. That reminds me, I was at this self-help store. I was at this bookstore the other day, and the clerk there just keeps pressing this book on me, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You guys ever heard of that? Yeah. What she didn't realize that I've written a very similar book called the 1 Habit of Marginally Effective People. The 1 habit: if there's something that you want so bad that it burns deep into your soul, forget about it. It's just too hard. It's too much work. It's too much work. Let's see, I have a birthday coming up in about 10 days. So I've been thinking a lot about death. Yeah. I saw thing on Learning Channel on death, they said that the best way to go is to freeze to death. Because after a while, you become so numb, you go into a surreal dream state. What they never mentioned, though, is that the dream is always about a small space heater. Yeah. You know, I think that it all balances out. That if you had a shitty life, if you had a really shitty life, this life, that you're gonna come back in a much better life the next life. You know, but if you're someone like Brad Pitt, you're gonna come back as a rodent living under a stairwell. Yeah. Of course, everyone's gonna look under the stairwell and say, "Man, that's a good-looking rat." Yeah. Oh yeah, he's famous. That's Rat Pitt. Let's see here. I've been today. I was thinking. I was pretty down last week, and this person recommended that I make a gratitude list. Anybody ever mention that to you guys? You know, yeah, a gratitude list to see. You know, list all the best things in your life. You know, she said it'll work for anybody in the world, regardless of who you are. If you write it down, you'll feel much better about yourself. But what about the guy on death row? You know, what's on his gratitude list? When I walk to the chair, I'll get in a workout. My last meal will be delicious. I finally finished my screenplay. The guard is finally close enough to stab. Okay, that's the one I came here for, folks. It was well worth it.
That's right. And our applause for Christopher R. Porter.
Yay.
Let's give a round of applause for that last show because that's the one he came here for. I'm fucking dying. Y'all don't laugh hard though because I'm fucking dying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all fucked up. That's what I'm talking about. And he talked about a lot of great stuff. He reminded me about a lot of great things that go on again. Because Christopher, he brings it down. He did his thing, laid it out, real conservative, kept it real cool. Now, let's see what we got here. I've been drinking. So, okay, all right. Oh, we're getting to our virgins now. We're going to pop a cherry, guys. This is really good. Oh, okay. So I'm the only guy from Philly who likes to give people drugs and alcohol, huh? Okay, you guys are so judgmental. For sure. So excellent job once again by the gentleman. He did our down. So now a round of applause for Terry Porter's long lost son, Christopher R. Porter. Yeah. You know his jump shot is gold. You got a good jump shot, Chris?
Oh, of course.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I can
it's
get
kinetic.
I can get 3
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. So this next artist comes to the stage is one of our virgins. I always save my sweet babies for the last and whatnot. And this is one of our virgins coming to the stage. So we love to pop the cherry. So you got to treat them with love. And this person, like always, like anything, reminds me of when I was young. First name is beautiful. Reminds me of an old Lost Boys song about Renee. A ghetto love is the law that I live by. And this lady is really good. So we got to get it in. We got to get it good. So I want you guys to give me a chant because I want to bring this in right. Once again, before we start it off, now a round of applause for Christopher R. Porter, guys.
Yeah.
Right. So on 1, 2, 3, I want you guys to say, huh?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, no. I'm doing, whole shit.
Okay.
But anyway.
Chris stood up and I thought I saw a body part and I was like, what the hell was that?
We gotta do a chant. Yeah, because we gotta do some call and response. So I gotta set it up now. You gotta feel the balls before you suck the dick. Ladies, come on, help me out here. I mean, this is why marriage is struggling in America. That's all I'm saying. Feel the balls first. That's all I'm saying. You gotta feel the balls when you're doing this sometimes. Metaphorically. I'm not like Little Nas X or anything. That's how that goes. Anyway, somebody got the reference. That's what I'm talking about. So the good thing is, we're about to throw this next minute. Now, I need to call and response because, as me, I'm at Mista See running for president and I represent the African-American experience. We always like people to yell at us. So on 1, 2, 3, I want you guys to say, reminisce with my shorty. 1, 2, 3. Reminisce with my shorty. Clap for Renee Percy. I think she's Tyler Perry's cousin.
Hi. Oh, wow. You almost got my name. That was close. I have been called worse. I could be Renee Perry if you want. It's Percy, but that's okay. That's okay. I love this show because it's like there's no lineup. It's the Price is Right of comedy. You just call people down and you're like, oh, now I'm next. Okay, it's me. Yes, thank you. I like that you're like, you gotta tickle the balls before you play with the dick. Your next comedian, Renee Perry. That's the best intro I've ever had. My name is actually Renee Percy, but that's okay. And my middle name, you guys, this is not a my middle
Yes, it is.
What's that?
Yes, it is.
I'm glad that you finally.
I've been drinking.
You haven't just been drinking.
I'm sorry.
When somebody says they're drinking, usually it comes in a cup. You are just drinking it out of the bottle. Like, we are just watching a meltdown here. But good for you. You're having fun. There you go. You were drinking it like it is a water bottle and you were running a marathon. You were thirsty. Good for you. You just hydrate or you are gonna have a headache tomorrow. Yes, my name is Renee Percy. My middle name, you guys, no joke, is Sutra, as in the Kama Sutra. Yes.
Oh no.
I don't know what my parents were thinking. Maybe it was cute to name your kid after a book of sex positions in the 70s. I mean, 80s. This is going to be taped. I was born in the 80s. I want that on the record. I'm a millennial, whatever. You guys, that would be like parents today naming their kid like Michelle, Netflix and Chill Douglas, you know? Parents, don't name your kids something that they will be embarrassed when they find out what it means, okay? Like, no, you weren't named after anything in particular, vulva. Why do you ask? Don't do that. This is like my 9th hour on Zoom right now, you guys. I'm going a little crazy. I am so done with Zoom. I did a Zoom show yesterday and I got Zoom bombed.
Ooh.
No, that's not it. No, I bombed on Zoom. That's what it was. I feel like I am spending so much time on screens these days. It is starting to affect my in-person relationships. Like today, I tried to swipe left on my husband. I was like, why are you still here? This app is broken. What else can I tell you? Christopher was talking about he's about to celebrate a birthday. I just celebrated a big birthday, you guys. I am 40 years old.
Woohoo! Woo!
Yes. That is so weird to say because I turned 44. Weird. Oh man, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I just don't have any kids yet. No kids. Nope. I was at the doctor recently though, and she asked me if I was very sexually active, and I said honestly, no. My husband does most of the work, which is nice. And we were talking about it earlier. Things are opening up now, which is scary. Like I used to have a fear of missing out, and now I have a fear of going out. I used to be like, oh no, what if something happens and I'm not there? And now I'm like, oh no, what if something happens and I am there? I used to have FOMO, fear of missing out. Now I have FOGO, fear of going out. I don't want. It's scary outside, you guys. It is. I don't want to bring this down, but like the trial of George Floyd's murderer is on TV. Who's watching? Who's watching? No, it's Why do we need a trial, you guys? There's a video of him murdering. Like, what is the debate? What are we putting on trial here? The thing that really gets me is the people that try to excuse police brutality by saying it's just a few bad apples. Just a few bad apples. Do they know that the rest of that phrase is spoils the bunch? What? Like, you can't just stop in the middle of a sentence because it suits your narrative, right? Like if I yelled out, I blew all the guys, and didn't finish it with, away with my talent. It's gonna have a very different meaning, you guys. It's a very different, like, just a few bad apples, that doesn't tell the whole story. That's like only watching the first half of Titanic and thinking, wow, bet they're gonna have fun in New York, you know? A few bad apples. That proverb comes from the fact that when an apple begins to decay, it emits a gas. And if that rotting apple is mixed with other apples, the good apples will absorb the gas and also kill black people. Yeah, that's the science. I know. It's a comedy show. Relax. It's okay. It's okay. I just feel like saying there isn't systemic racism within the police force is like saying I only peed in part of the pool. The rest is. And I know not all cops are bad, okay? I know. But the ones that are not being held accountable for their actions, which sounds like a bit of a cop-out to me. It was time for a pun. Too serious with that. I only have 1 minute left, and I feel like I sound like the Karen of racism right now. Is this what's happening? To be honest, you guys, if racism had a manager, I would want to speak to him. I would. I'd be like, excuse me, this is unacceptable. I was gonna end on something lighter, but I'm out of time. I didn't want to leave you on that. It was gonna be a palate cleanser, but that's all it is. So thanks for watching.
Renee Percy.
Yeah. Very funny.
Back on the block, they call her Renee P. Percy.
Mhm.
There's actually a great old school rapper named Percy P. So she may be related slightly because she has that swag. And clearly she's a BLM lady, so she knows Percy. Things are good. So that was a great job, and I love what she talked about. She did a great job. Now, actually, my father was a police officer, and I am running for president, so I actually have a whole plan because the cops are kind of, and whatnot, but it's fire, rehire, and retrain. You fire cops in rotation of a certain amount per month. You make them all reapply. You add stricter things. You make them be from the neighborhood or the area and mix them with people so they can understand. You retrain them for psychological stuff. And I think that'll cut down on it and whatnot. So that's what we need to do, but we can't keep the same guys in there. It's too deep ingrained. My dad was a cop. He never got a ticket when we got pulled over, and we could go into any building for free. It could be Jesus at the Palladium, and my dad would just be like, and the dude just be like, oh, come on in. I was like, Daddy, you got to pay parking. Wait, Daddy, you got to pay at the front door. They're like gangsters, the FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police. Fraternal Order. Get it right. So another round of applause for lady to drop some jewels. Miss Renee Percy. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get into the next comedian. Ooh, we're gonna bring some hanging balls up in here. This guy's a family favorite. He definitely came to our last couple of clubhouses. Cool dude, all about the game, all about learning, all about building. Team player. I'm not gonna lie to you. His picture on Clubhouse, I thought he was a black guy. That's how fucking cool he is. So you better get ready to get smoothed over by a man that is what you call a true American from the top to the bottom. He even has a hat on like a gangster from the 1920s, and he's got a whole lot of funnies. So can I get a clap, 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 clap with the man that makes him cool because he is low like Ren and Stimpy, Mr. Loren Ackerman.
Thanks for that interest, man. Glad to be here. I'm 43 years old and I'm a single dad, but lately I've felt like I'm in high school again. I've got a pimple, I've got a 4-year-old condom, and I can't find a bag of pot anywhere. I know I can go. I can go to dispensary, but I think it'd be boring. My one guy, he moved out of state to the penitentiary, and my other guy was a compulsive gambler. It's been a week later, and I haven't seen anything yet. I did run into him, and he said his phone ran out of minutes. What decade are we living in here? I mean, is he still got a pager? Is he using a Sports Illustrated phone to make deals? I mean, but it's okay because I still go to my dealer from high school, my high school dealer. It might have some stems, it might have some seeds, it might be pop, it might pop when you smoke it, but it's usually pretty good. But I do have to listen to his death metal poetry. I have to pet his angry iguana. I have to smell his dog's farts when I gag down his homemade beer. And his mom yells at him when he's playing video games and tells him to take the trash out, but it's a lot cheaper. But I'm going to tell you though, don't feel bad because, I have that 4-year-old condom and I do have options. I've got the lady who stood me up for coffee. I've got an albino dwarf. I've got herpes lady, my ex-wife, might be the same person, but the old lady landlord, she said something about cleaning carpets, but I hope it's carpets in the apartments. But you know, it's been so long that recently I signed up for Facebook dating for about 10 minutes. The first person that liked me was the stalker cashier gas station lady from around the corner who has 5 kids with all different dads. So the account was deleted. But you know, it's okay because I have free porn. And that's right, free porn. I have an old Sears catalog. I have a Victoria's Secret that I won in the divorce. And I have a VHS tape from a church sale. That's right. You know, I have to adjust the tracking. I have to look through all that hair. But, you know, don't judge me. You can point the finger at the 2 old ladies who sold it to me. And I say that it's free porn because Pornhub isn't free. You've got to have internet. You've got to have a device that costs a couple $1,000s. And Big Brother's watching you. You got to sacrifice your freedoms. While you're whacking, they're hacking. They're taking your integrity and your identity. You know, and I know some of you out there watch porn too. So, you know, when you're watching Mom Gets Blacked, the men in black are watching you. And I feel bad for my government agent because that movie Clockwork Orange, my agent has to have those wires on his eyes to keep them open. And he needs a neuralizer when he's done to forget the messed up stuff that he just saw. But like I said, you know, free porn. I've been watching a lot of streaming and TV. And I saw that commercial, that one with the dogs and the cats in the cages, you know, the Sarah McLachlan commercial with Angel. I love animals, but I hate that commercial. And I got to thinking that if Sarah McLachlan died, that'd be one sad funeral. You'd have cats and dogs meowing and moaning. You'd have Ellen DeGeneres. You'd have Joaquin Phoenix and Betty White there crying. You'd have the ghost of Bob Barker, you know, from The Slice is Right, chasing cats with scissors. And if it was an open casket, the dogs would be sniffing her butt. A couple cats down there playing with their vagina like a chew toy, you know, catnip and a little pussy on pussy. And if she was cremated, the dogs could bury their bones and the cats can use her ashes for kitty litter. But no, I like I said, I love animals and I've been watching movies and I found that it's important to cast the right actor for the role. And can you imagine Danny DeVito as Spider-Man or Samuel Jackson as in Black Panther, or Peter Dinklage as the Incredible Hulk, or Nicolas Cage as Mr. Rogers? That'd be a whole different neighborhood. But how about Christopher Walken or Forrest Gump? Life is like a box of chocolates because you never know what you're gonna get. And anybody seen the movie Castaway, you know, with that volleyball named Wilson? If Wilson would have been a blow-up doll, that would have been a way different movie. But it would have given Tom Hanks's character something to do while he floated and waited for rescue. And, you know, this is the point where I do a Q&A. That's where you don't ask me anything. I just tell you some shit about myself. Many years ago, when I had long hair, I was in a porno. Yes, I was in a porno. I worked at a rest area and I was outside scooping some cigarette butts. And I saw this van rocking. So I do one of these and look in the window. And there's this guy giving it to a girl from behind. The camera pans on me. And that's how I became the long-haired, creepy guy looking in a van window. And I'm going to give my time to everyone else. This has been a good time, so thank you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Applause for Loren Ackerman. I like that. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Good educational set. Good educational set. And that's the job our comedy show.
You know, I've heard a lot about.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I've heard a lot about being single and dating and this and that. So I figured I'd just give a little bit of me tonight. So what were you saying?
I like it. Now, question: was that place a swingers club?
Which place was we talking about, swingers? With my last job where I was in a porno or what?
Well, I figure if you looked into a window that you didn't expect and saw some people knocking it out, it sounds like the swinger club is in every major city. So does everybody agree that swinger clubs exist in every city?
I think they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, they got it. It's interesting. So when you told me that, I was like, oh yeah, swinging. And you know, marriage is different in this modern time. You know, we got a lot of separate things. Things are doing good. Guys like Loren are knocking it out. He's got his long hair. He's scaring people from having sex. So they got to really figure out what they're going to do and what not. And that's what I liked about what he did. So let's give another round of applause, everybody, for Loren Ackerman. Another cherry nicely popped. See, next time, Loren, because you're in Illinois, right?
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah, like it's a good state, but your state's better. I'll say that much.
I agree. If you're anywhere near Chicago, just Gunsmoke City.
Yeah.
Be safe. Be safe. No, just keep wearing that hoodie like you wear in a clubhouse. You'll be fine. But don't carry Skittles.
Okay.
Just skip bags.
Yeah, I'm telling you, trust me, Renee knows all about it. That's all I'm saying. So we got one more comedian coming to the stage. She is actually the lady that is part of the creation of this show, my tag team teammate, the lady that throws it down. She keeps it going on the flow. So we're going to lay it down and get it right. We're going to close it out, give you all that you need, tell you how it goes down. She ain't been up in a minute, so she's about to get in it. Are you guys ready for our final comedian that closes out? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Now this lady right here is a bit of a renaissance woman. She does a little bit of everything. She produces television shows. She raises babies. She does stand-up comedy. She's a singer, an R&B singer. She is a rapper. She is a wife. She is a woman. She is a survivor. She is a fighter. Can I get a yeah for fight? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. She's a newly black woman making wins in her free time. Can I get a yeah for new black women?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me get a clap, 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 clap for the ladies from here to everywhere. And those that she'll stalk Russell Brand like a man in the sand. Miss Wow, the winner,
Wow, Mista See. Mista See knows me better than anyone. He's adding all the titles. But yeah, I do have two toddlers now. I have a 3-year-old and one going on 2-year-old. Having a toddler is a lot like having a dog. They wake you up at 6 a.m. They piss on everything in the house. And they take the blame every time I fart. So, yeah. My little one, he doesn't talk a lot, but he is able to understand probably 30 to 50 words. So he has about the same language skills as an adult dog. Listen, you guys are comparing your dogs to my babies all the time. I can't compare my babies to your dogs. Anyway, no, they're very cute. I mean, that's the thing. As soon as I had a baby, I would take her to a party and a circle would form around her. She was just so cute. And people would pick her up and then she'd get passed from one person to the next. Next thing you know, I don't even know who has her. She's across the room with some guy with a beard I've never seen before.
Oh,
like bringing a bag of cocaine to a party. Never comes back in the same condition, you know. People bring her back and they say, oh, why is she crying? I'm like, I guess she doesn't like you. People really care if the babies like them. They don't care if I like them, but they really care if the babies like them. So I'm actually using my babies to get more likes on social media. But nothing makes you look older than taking every picture next to a newborn baby. It's terrible, terrible for the skin. People also say, oh my God, your baby is so cute. I want to steal her. That is a felony in every state, I believe. And if you knew how much she pooped and cried, you would not be saying this. Seriously, these babies take monumental shits. It's a real problem. I have like a hermetically sealed can that is supposed to contain the smell, a diaper pail it's called, but nothing can contain it. So I've gotten to the point where I take the diapers and just throw them straight out in the outdoor trash. But it actually, on the positive side, it solved a different problem for me because I no longer have bums digging through my trash. As soon as they reach those dirty diapers, that's it. They call it a day. But raccoons, on the other hand, they're sick, you know. And the crying, listen, my baby can go from sleeping, like peaceful looking sleep, straight into a cry with just no transition, just straight into crying. I mean, these babies, the second they were born, the first thing they do is just start crying. I mean, you can't believe how much they cry. It's unbelievable, really. But anyway, like I said, you know, I'm a positive person. I like to look on the bright side. I actually recently had a breast cancer diagnosis, and I went in for a biopsy, and I didn't think that was going to come out positive too, you know. So you know, like I said, I'm looking on the bright side. Where else can you get a free wig, free Brazilian wax, right? And a free boob job, all completely paid for, you know? Just don't use the term free boob job if you're on the Pink Warriors Facebook group, because they're not having it. They get very, very angry. They don't want to hear that. Yeah. I am doing chemo. I was really afraid when I first read about some of the side effects. There's women, they're blasting diarrhea. That's what they call it. They say blasting diarrhea every 10 to 20 minutes. So I was just, you know, super afraid that I would be getting roid rage. You guys heard roid rage? People get from doing steroids. This will be from hemorrhoids, you know? But anyway, I'm lucky I didn't have that, you know? But I did lose a little weight, you know. My friend asked me, hey, what are you doing? CrossFit? No, chemo, keeping the pounds away. I am supposed to get a double mastectomy, but you know, I'm naturally flat anyway, so I think they're going to actually end up bigger afterwards. You know, I went in for my pre-op to the doctor for them to have a look. They said, oh, you're here for your post-op? I go, no, my pre-op. They go, wait, post-op? You know, but anyway, I don't think they could get much flatter than this. Yeah. Let me see. I've gotten a lot of offers for help. Everybody I know, suddenly everyone's a registered nutritionist. Got a lot of dietary advice. They say eat broccoli, drink straight olive oil, put turmeric on everything. I'm like, okay, you know, it's a little late for that, but they say I'll give you anything you need, anything at all. I'm like, well, you know what I really need? I need somebody to stay over and watch these babies. Oh, okay, but I don't cook or clean. All right, just so you know, I don't change diapers. Oh, I'm not good at staying up late at night. I finally got my parents to come. They're the only ones, you know, and then my dad came. He said, your blanket is too heavy. Your blanket is too heavy. I let him have my bed. So I said, okay, how about this lighter blanket? They switched out. He goes, oh, I'm so cold. I'm so cold under this light blanket. I'm like, come on, man, you know, get it together. Anyway, I don't know the punchline with this. I got my new haircut. Under this, I have a buzz cut, you know, and I actually was surprisingly really like it. It brings out my inner dyke. Anyway, that's my time, you guys. Thanks for listening, and thank you guys all for coming on.
Yeah. Awesome. Wow.
Amazing.
And also round of applause for Kazoo in the background laying it down.
Oh my God. I hear the mama.
Future Armenian race car driver.
The mama.
That's right. That's right. And that's a good set. That's what I'm talking about. Back in the game. Hey, Kazoo. Hey, Kazoo. Everybody say, hey, Kazoo.
Hey, Kazoo.
That's right. That's right. Don't drive with your eyes closed like your dad used to do. It was scary. So scary. And whatnot. And this is actually one of his jerseys. Round of applause for his papa, too, GT. Right, that's right. And round of applause for all the comedians that came to the stage. Stop our comedy show. So, as you know, drunk men like me from Philly, we like to sing a little bit. So I'm going to sing to you, Kazoo. You got to enjoy this and whatnot. So we're going to sing a classic song as we reminisce over people from the past. I'm a Philly guy, so I'm going to sing a quick Boyz II Men song. My own rendition. I might fuck up the words. I'm drunk. We'll see what happens. We'll run through the comedian's name, and then Wild Joe's going to take us where we go. So let's see how we flow. And everybody get ready, yo. Let's close it out one more time with a round of applause for all the comedians. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we get going on. All right. Woo. I'm drunk. I've been trying to remember this song for 3 hours, but I got it. I got it. I got it. Let's see what we get going on. All right. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. And if we get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. One more time, and I'll take the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Stop our comedy show. Wild Joe, tell us where we're gonna go.
All right. Man, you got Anastasia really missing Milli Vanilli now. Those dreadlocks. Wow. All right. I miss Milli Vanilli too. And I used to go to the gym with the one survivor, and he was a cool guy. And he was still trying like years later to be a singer. And he had a nice voice, not the same voice that we're used to hearing, but kind of sad. He'll never make it. But bad decisions. It's a good story. I loved them so much. I went in like the week after they got busted for lip syncing. I went into the Blockbuster or whatever it was where they sold posters of people, and they had taken down everything. There were no posters, no CDs, no nothing. You couldn't buy a thing. They got really busted. Anyway, you guys, thanks to all of our comics, Carol Newell, Mr. See, Renee Percy, Anastasia Washington, Carolina Levy, Christopher R. Porter, who else? Loren Ackerman, and sorry if I'm skipping around. I think I got everybody. I'm Wild Joe. Tune in every Tuesday night. We're live on Facebook. You can check the replay on divebarcomedy.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. And I hope that we're able to keep doing this show. Maybe we'll be doing it one day from a real live bar. Oh God, the kids are starting to go crazy, so I better go. So thank you all. Thanks for everybody who has watched. Everybody. And tune in, subscribe, and tune in
guys.
every week. All righty, good night.
See you guys soon.